Okay, these notes are concept number 11, which is relations and functions. Okay, so a relation is simply a set of ordered pairs. Okay, so an x comma y, any set of ordered pairs is considered a relation. Okay, so this set of ordered pairs, -3, 2, 5, 1, 4, 0, 5, -2. It's a set of ordered pairs, so it counts as a relation. Okay. Now, a function is a special type of relation. Okay, so it's a specific type of relation. So it's just like with your iPhones. Okay, they're all iPhones, but some of you have an iPhone 6, some of you have an iPhone 7, some of you have the iPhone X. Okay, they're all iPhones, but they're a specific type of iPhone. Same thing here. Okay, these functions are all relations. It's just a specific type of relation. Okay, where each input has exactly one output. Okay, which means each x value is paired up with only one y value. Okay, so key points to remember that the x values cannot repeat. Okay, the x values cannot repeat, but the y values are allowed to repeat. Okay, so here's an example. -1, 2, 3, 7, 0, 4, and -2, 6. Okay, now it's a set of ordered pairs, so it is a relation. Okay, everything is a relation first. Then we have to decide, is this a function? Okay, and it is because none of my x values repeat. I have a -1, a 3, a 0, and a -2. So none of the x values actually repeat, which means it is a function. Okay, now other terms or phrases that you might use or see used instead of x and y. Okay, so other terms for x. Input means your x values. Domain means your x values. An independent variable is always your x value. Okay, then for y, output is also your y values, range is your y values, and dependent variable is your y value. Okay. Now, a couple examples here of independent and dependent variables. So an independent variable example is your number of hours studying. Okay. Now, dependent then would be your GPA. So the more that you study, the better your GPA should get. So your GPA is dependent on how much you study. Okay, that's why it's the dependent variable, because that piece is dependent on the number of hours that you study. Okay, so the GPA depends on the number of hours you study. This is why it is the dependent variable. Now, another example here. So we want to tell whether the following pairings are functions. Okay. Now, the following, so we have -3, -2, -2, 0, -1, -2, and 3, 5. Okay, so these relations are represented as ordered pairs. We want to decide, is this a function? Okay, it is definitely a relation because it's just a set of ordered pairs. But is it a function? Okay, remember the rule for that is that the x values cannot repeat. Okay. So I have a -3, a -2, a -1, and a +3. So none of my x values are the same. None of them are repeated. Okay. Now, it does not matter that there's y values that repeat. Remember, the y values are allowed to repeat. It's the x values that cannot. So because of this, this is a function. Okay. Now, another set of ordered pairs. So I have -2, 5, 5, -2, -2, 4, and 1, 5. So I want to know, is this a function? So remember, you want to check your x values. Make sure none of them repeat. Okay, and they do. I have a -2 with a y value of 5, but then I have another -2 with a y value of 4. Okay? So each x value is only allowed to have one y value. Well, this x value of -2 has two different y values. It has 5 and it has 4. So for that reason, it is not a function. Okay? Now again, it doesn't matter that the y values repeat. So I have two y values of 5s. That's okay. It's simply the x values that cannot repeat. Okay, now, same type of question, except these relations are represented using tables. It's asking you the same thing though. Okay, so they can be represented as ordered pairs, or they can be represented as tables. So I have -2, 5, This is my ordered pair. This is my x and my y value. I have -1 and 5, 0, 5, and 1, 5. Those are my ordered pairs. You can imagine parentheses being around them. That's your ordered pair x, y. So again, I need to make sure that none of my x values repeat, which they don't. I have a -2, a -1, a 0, and a +1. None of them are repeated with different y values, so it is a function. Okay, now if I look at example number 4, I have -3, -4, -2, -3, -2, 2, and 0, 5. So again, I need to make sure that none of my x values are paired up with more than one y value. And in this case, I have that. -2 has two separate y values. It's paired up with -3 and it's paired up with +2. Okay, that makes it not a function. It is still a relation because it's a set of ordered pairs, but it is not a function. All right, then we have same type of question again, but now they are being represented as mapping diagrams. Okay, they're asking you the same thing though. Right, now, in these mapping diagrams, sometimes these arrows are drawn in, sometimes you're going to have to fill those in based on a list of ordered pairs. But in order to tell whether or not these relations represent functions, you have to look at the arrows coming from the x values. Okay? So this shows you here that -3, or x value, is actually paired up with +2. Okay? 0 is paired up with -1, 1 is paired up with 3, and 2 is paired up with 3 as well. Okay, so I want to look at, and if you notice, the x values always go from least to greatest when they list them, so do the y values from least to greatest. So I'm looking at my x values to make sure that there's no arrows being sent from the same x value. Okay? Each x value only has one arrow, which means it only has one output. Okay? These are your input values, the y's are your output values. Okay? So this is a function because none of those x values are being repeated. And I look at example number 6. So I have -5 is connected to -1. Okay, it only has one arrow, so that's good. But then I get to my x value of 4, and it's split. 4 is connected to 0, and it's connected to 5. So that ordered pair is 4, 0, and 4, 5, which means that x value repeats. So this is not a function. Okay. Now, representing functions multiple ways. Okay, this is just everything combined together from the last few examples. So I can represent this data, okay, and I'm going to represent it as a table, a mapping diagram, and a graph. Okay, so here's my list of ordered pairs. So I have -2, 3, 5, -1, 3, 0, and -4, 3. So the first thing I'm going to do is list it as a table. So remember, a table, you make it sometimes called a T-chart, right? You draw what looks like a T. X comes first, then Y. You list all of your x values, and they should be listed from least to greatest. Right? Then you list your y values that match up with those. So if you look, originally my ordered pair I started with -2, 3. But in my table, I'm starting with the x value of -4 because that's my smallest value. Your table should be listed from least to greatest based on your x values. Okay, so -4, -3 is written out straight across, -4, -3. Then -2, 3, 3, 0, and 5, -1. Same thing with the mapping diagram. Okay? Your x values should be listed first in order from least to greatest. Then, same thing with your y values, list those from least to greatest, and then you draw your arrows to match them up. Okay? But the x and the y's in the mapping diagrams need to be listed from least to greatest. Now, I can also represent these on a graph. I can actually take those points and plot them. So remember, your horizontal axis is your x-axis, your vertical is your y-axis. So for the first point, -2, 3, x comes first. So -2 means I'm going left 2, and a +3 means I'm going up 3. So here is my point of -2, 3. Okay, and you can continue to plot each of those 4 points and show that using a graph. Okay, now, if you are already given a graph, so instead of being given a list of points, maybe you're just shown the picture of a graph. Okay? There is a way by just looking at the graph to know if that is a function or not, okay? And it's called the vertical line test. So if there are no vertical lines that intersect the graph at more than 1 point, the relation is a function. So the vertical line is only allowed to cross your graph at 1 point. This is an easy way to test whether the graph represents a function. Okay? So if you're given a picture of a graph, you want to imagine, and you can draw vertical lines if you need to, but you want to imagine vertical lines going straight through the graph. Okay? Each of those vertical lines is only allowed to cross your graph at 1 point. Okay? So in this case, when I think about drawing some vertical lines, and there's 3 of them drawn on here, you can imagine more of them, but it will never cross this graph at more than 1 point, which means it is a function. Now when you look at something like a circle, okay, if I start drawing vertical lines, and it doesn't matter where I draw those vertical lines over top of this graph, because it's a circle, it's going to connect at 2 points on my circle. Because that vertical line touches at more than 1 point, it is not a function. Okay, now remember, it's still a relation, because everything is a relation, it's just a set of ordered pairs, which this is, but it is not a function. Okay. All right, so there's just a few examples by looking at a graph. Okay, we want to tell if these represent a function. So imagine vertical lines being drawn on it. This is a function because no vertical line will touch it at more than 1 point. Okay. Now here, this is not a function because when I draw my vertical lines, I'm going to cross it here and here. So that is not a function because it's crossed it at more than 1 point. Okay. Now these you've got to be very careful with. Okay. If you notice on the graph, part of this has an open circle. So right here is an open circle in the graph, and then these are closed circles. Okay. If it is an open circle on the graph, that means it's not actually a point. Okay. So it's just shown, but it's not an actual point. So when I go to draw my vertical lines, it looks like this vertical line here would actually be crossing my graph twice, but it's not. This is a point, but when I cross here, it is not an actual point on my graph since it's an open circle. So that counts as only crossing once. Okay, so same thing. Oh, this one is only, when I draw a line here, it's only going to cross at that 1 point. Same thing for right next to it's only going to cross at 1 point. So this is a function. Okay, now, same thing here. Is a function. When I draw my vertical lines, okay, each one of these line up. Now I have an open circle, so that doesn't count, and then a closed circle, so that does count. Okay, so that's only crossing at 1 point. For every one of these where it looks like it's going to cross twice, one of them is an open circle, so it doesn't count. So this is also a function. Okay, so just be careful with those. Remember, open circles are not actually points on the graph, just if they are closed in circles. Okay, so again, this was your concept number 11, relations and functions, and the vertical line test.